Paragon Fight Night is back after a short break. Special guest, Agent Deli, into his ear.
Hello.
How are you, Deli? Say hi to everyone.
I'm doing well. Hello, Chad. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. You called me by my legal name. Look at this. We want to welcome everyone to Paragon Fight Night Week 8. There's only this week and next week left for the regular season. $550 is the prize pool. We're up to $550. So exclamation point Matt Reno if you want to help for that pool. A lot of great teams in here. We're going to bring up the divisions in just 1 second and go over everything. And then we're going to jump right into Asura Rage, who's currently in first place by 3 points, versus Reborn, who's in second place by, can you guess it? 3 points.
3 points.
So we're going to bring all them in. How is everyone tonight? How are you guys doing? Welcome everyone from Sylphin's YouTube channel. How are you? Hope all is well. We're not going to waste much time because we're way behind due to technical difficulties today with the bots. Let's just jump into the Division 1 and we'll jump right into the replay with my man to my right, Agent Deli. Actually, before I do that, check out this artwork that Asura Rage did. This is how amped up they are for this game. Look at my camera right now. They made their own hype artwork.
Oh,
So sick. So sick.
fancy.
It's all fancy like. So, all right. Let's jump. I just want to go in, show you guys the current standings. We have Asura Rage with 21 points in first place. Reborn with 18 points in second place. So if they tie with the same amount of points, obviously, then Reborn will have the tiebreaker. Or if Asura Rage takes one of the 3 games, they'll have first place with 1 week to go. Bronze Army third, Arctic Wolves in fourth, and Hoist the Colors in fifth. Top 4 teams make it to the playoffs for Division 1. And like I said, 550. We'll go through Division 2 real quick, where, again, this is the new casting team of Agent Deli and... what was his name? Shit.
Sir Wingleton.
Sir Wingleton will be casting Division 2 either after us on Thursday nights or sometime Friday or whenever they want to, as long as they set up a schedule. Prime Boys dominating the division right now with 21 points. Enemy 4 Esports with 18, 14 for 3 Eye Raven, Ballistic Gaming, and Noobs. All in there. As you can see, there's a nice range for teams trying to fight for that last playoff spot and to get in. So, Deli, are you ready to do the replay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to jump right into the draft replay, and we're going to start that in... let's get this draft on. Are you ready, Deli? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
The question is, are they ready?
Oh, I think they'll definitely be ready. They've been, what, practicing all week for this?
Hopefully. Let's get some good games going. 2 forfeits this week, Rip.
Well, it could be worse. Could be 3.
Yeah. And they are taking their sweet time with this first pick. Good grief. All right, what do we got here? Did you get the first band yet?
Yep, Sevarog. Let's...
All right, that's set up. They are taking their sweet time. It looks like Reborn decides to take Sevarog off the mat. Sevarog very strong right now. Very, very strong. I suck at Sevarog, though. That's the problem.
Well, the Sevarog stacking mechanic is a huge thing with that. You know, if you don't have the stacking mechanics for him, you're definitely going to be behind for most of the game. But we have seen him transition over to the off lane as of recently. So we're definitely going to see, hopefully, if they're banning that, then they will be banning the off lane Sevarog and not the jungle Sevarog.
And Iggy taking off the map. Iggy is that hero that's In pubs, you don't see he doesn't seem to do so hot, but when you have a team around him, he's brutal.
Yeah, especially when he's allowed to set up. When he's definitely very good. So we see a lot of supports or junglers coming in to help push the lane early, right at the 1 minute mark, and then have him set up right outside the mid laner's tower and just give him that slow push and that early start. It's really hard to combat the Iggy's turret's health pool at the beginning of the game.
They are taking their sweet time with this draft.
They got a Wraith pick over for Reborn. Wraith is absolutely wonderful, especially with the back it up ability, being able to reposition people. Super, super strong tool. Very few people in the game have that. So we have a Sevarog ban, so they can't reposition, so they pick Wraith instead. And over at Asura Rage, they have a Shinbi and a Richter. Shinbi, very strong, just got recently buffed. Mana pool buff with the dash buff as well, down to 0.4 seconds. And then a Richter, always strong, silence, slow AoE, electrocute, and then of course the pool, and the cooldown buff on his on ultimate ability. So
Narbat. Oh, there's that Wraith into the Thunk combo right there.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! CC train, baby.
Lots of CC coming out over here on the Reborn train.
Shinbi, another. Oh, and then a Bellica on top of it.
Oh.
Very strong draft so far for Reborn.
Honestly, I think Reborn might win the draft purely through CC here. Bellica is going to be the early game is going to be a little bit rough due to her nerf over here to her stun. But once she gets to the mid to the late game, once that stun is that level 4, that 2-second stun, we're definitely going to have a hard time with the Narbash into the Bellica, and then also being able to open up with Wraith into a Narbash or Wraith into a Bellica as well. Just the CC train is too hard to stop. Got a Gideon and a Drago on the other side. I don't know how I feel about the Gideon pick, honestly, especially since we have Bellica versus Gideon in the mid lane. And then also being able to have the Thunk and the back it up, if possible, to stop the Gideon ultimate. Just lots and lots of ways to prevent the Gideon from getting off his ultimate. We have the Drongo as well, so I'm assuming it's just going to be a Drongo carry and a Richter support. Lots of silence over there by Asura's Rage. And then the last couple is Feng Mao and Crunch. Crunch is going to be a strong hero, especially a lot of CC up going into the slow, the knock up, the push with his empowered dash as well, and Feng Mao with the slow as well. Lots of CC over here on Reborn. And we have Asura's Rage trying to counter with the silence from the Drongo and the silence from the Richter as well.
And then the phase. All right, looking at the draft, what do you think?
I think Reborn is going to take the draft here, purely through just the amount of CC that they have. Phase is wonderful, but it's going to take a while for that slow to get off before into the root. And then for the Richter pull and stuff like that. So I definitely think Reborn is going to have the edge here CC wise, because they'll be able to get it off a lot quicker than let's say like a phase into a Richter pull, or a Richter pull into like a phase slow and then into the Drongo silence and other things like that. So my pick goes to Reborn.
Good. I like the Reborn too. It's that Gideon mid that makes me nervous, because like you said, there's 3 ways to get him out, or 2 concrete ways, and then if it's a low ultimate, the seismic assault can get her out as well. But the recall and the thunk, that's usually all you need, because his ultimate doesn't do a ton of damage. It's mostly used for setup, right?
Yep.
And
it's a utility ult. Yep.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, let's jump in the game. All right.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Week 8, Paragon Fight Night. Reborn versus Asura Rage. Why don't we introduce everyone? Who's everyone playing? Go ahead and let me know.
Hello, over on Reborn, we have Master Splinter on Narbash, we have Reflect on Feng Mao, J. Leo Grande on Crunch Jungle, NATO Sick on the elusive Wraith Carry, and then, of course, Involve on Lieutenant Bellica mid lane. Over on Asura's Rage, we have Appy Picker on Shinbi in the off lane. We have Booker Sinkman on the phase support, Ufel on the Drongo carry, Faded Ren on the Richter jungle, and of course High to You on the powerful Gideon mid.
Those Gideon rocks, man. Those things are brutal. And guys, thank you everyone so much for jumping in. We're excited for this. Agent Deli's our first dual cast together. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got Drongo going very aggressive early. Reflect trying to get out. He's gonna. Oh, he does get stuck in it, but he does get hit him with a few of those rad rounds. So both teams aggressive right off the bat. Minute 19 seconds in, they're going at it. Holy crap, my stream is super far behind, but that's good.
That's all good. We have a Taskmaster over here on Master Splinter's Narbash and the Lamplighters. Stayed a little bit back in base to grab the Lamplighters early, so he's definitely going to be dropping wards. Let's see, he's hanging on to them so far. He hasn't dropped any yet.
Probably.
And he has Taskmaster to stop the freeze.
Yeah, probably waiting for that 3-minute mark when the ganks start coming out usually. That way you get maximized out of it. Maximum ability out of it. So let me ask you, what does High to You, what does he have to do against a very experienced and a very good player and Involve as Bellica?
Well, he's gonna have to conserve his mana. He's gonna have to break freezes with his rock, and also he's gonna have to keep Bellica at a range. You know, max range Bellica's seismic assault is very rough. Like it chips away at your health, one, and it stuns you being able to set up for a possible crunch, a crunch gank. So he's definitely gonna have to stay under his tower, farm a little bit more, and try to trade when he can. Especially here, since that Involve has got the leg up on High to You. He's just sitting under his tower farming at the moment. There's not much that he can do really. He can wait for a gank from the Richter to stop that Bellica push, but Bellica is set up right in front of his front door right now, so it's going to be hard. Looking for that early gank over here. We have J. Leo Grande and Involve rotating early. And Booksinkerman they're targeting the phase. They know that the phase is going to keep the Drongo up early. So they're going to target the phase, put her behind, so that one, she can't ward, two, keep her off the map so that Drongo can be dived early. But we have Faded Brent over here with the stealth buff, and we're going to pull him straight into the tower. We're going to see him silenced, and doesn't look like Feng Mao can get away, and he goes down.
All right, very well done. You're going in, got that gank, got that early first blood. Try to get some of that experience. That is the difficult part of being a jungler, when to go in and when not to go in. Because if you go in and you keep wasting and you don't get those kills, it starts to fall off very quickly.
Especially with the new jungle. With the smaller minions and the bigger minions spawning every 1 minute and 30 seconds. You know, if you are prioritizing ganking and not getting those kills, not getting the assist money, not getting the experience, you're missing out on farms. Something that Crunch, with his low-cost abilities, can farm very quickly with. You know, with his 100% cleave and things like that. But again, earlier they put that phase behind, and they put the Drongo behind as well. But they did get a reprisal kill. But Reflect is pushing minions under the tower so that Drongo is having a little bit harder of a time to farm. But Drongo has Call the Weak to kind of counteract that.
Look at the burst on Reflex right there as Mr. Feng Mao. Feng Mao is so tough with that shield and the ability to get out. He has so much burst. Just a lot. I stink at carry. And I hate playing against Feng Mao. He's probably the worst offlaner.
He's so strong. Built-in sustain. He's got the dash, the distance closure. He's got the AoE slow. We have Faded Ren over on the other side of the map, looking for a gank, but it looks like the wards are gonna spot him out, so he's gonna be walking right over to the mid lane. Looks like the ward, Bellica is gonna see that ward, so she's gonna position herself from the farthest possible position away from Faded Ren, so that she can get away from that gank. Grabbing the purple buff herself.
Yeah, just to get it off the mat, keep the mana up. High to you could be in a little bit of trouble. One combo already at level 5. Can do quite a bit of damage. Following right now, following it involved. See what's going on. Jay Leo's coming in for the crush. He does not know he's there. Nice seismic assault right there on Faded Red. He's trying to get away. I don't know if he's going to be able to. Oh, he did. Oh, nice rotation
that
there.
phase.
Nice rotation by FaZe there. Jumped on him, pulled him out, got him on there. Otherwise, that was an easy kill. Nice rotation. Well done. Well done.
And we see that FaZe got put behind early, but Drongo is keeping up with Reflect over here. Again, Reflect is very gankable at the moment right now. Faded Ren might be able to take advantage of this, pulling right on up, but Reflect, full health, half mana, it's very hard to gank right now. Looks like he's choosing to back. Over there in the mid lane, Involve still constantly winning the lane. I mean, we are looking at 34 farm from High to Use Gideon to 39 farm on the Bellica. And we have similar gold, but we do have about 200 gold lead on Involve. It's the small stuff. Reborn is the type of people that you give them an inch, they take a mile. You just 200 gold here, 300 gold there. They're gonna have a lead here shortly in the mid game if High to You lets Involve do what he may well please in the mid lane.
Yeah, Reborn has been the big dogs in NA for a while. They're in the top 3 almost every tournament, and Asura Rage, relatively new, young guys coming around, playing very well, starting to make a name for themselves, and they got to be careful against Reborn, a more experienced team, but we do know Asura Rage has been practicing more than what Reborn has. So we'll see if any rust or anything like that can happen.
And the thing about Reborn being so long on the market, I guess, on the scene, is that they have the ability to be figured out. They have huge amounts of games. The number of games that they have in the back catalog for Asura Rage to watch is just astounding. So when we have a newer team, a fairly unknown team coming out on the market, making a huge impact, they have the ability to surprise Reborn. But again, also the same thing, experience-wise on Reborn,
jumping in right now over FaZe in all kinds of trouble. Look at that burst by Jay Leo and Reflect, bringing them down. The burst combination between Crunch and Fang, meow, is just absolutely
insane.
Frightening. It's frightening. It's spooky. Sorry.
It looks like they are setting up.
Going right back in.
Here.
Going in and radiant.
They're going hard. There's that utility ult again.
He's trying to get Reflect. Then the ult. Nice job by Fenton Ryan to keep it on. He did not ult immediately, so that what they did is they extended, they pulled him in, got the 4 seconds of Reflect not being able to get out, and then I think it's 2.5 seconds of his ultimate, his silence. Oh, but from Richter. Look at Jay Leo. Jay Leo's like, get away from my offlane tower. We're not letting that go down.
Jay Leo is guarding that with his life right now. Involve still doing as much as possible there. Again, like I said, 200, 300 gold there. Now we have almost a 500, 600 gold lead on Involve over High to You, and it's a 1 level lead. It's starting to stack up. We're going to start to see Gideon fall behind here a little bit into the mid game. Appy Picker choosing to farm the offlane camp, since we know that NATO Sick and Master Splinter are over here trying to freeze and do their best to limit Shinbi from farming. Appy Picker just choosing to get as much experience, as much farm as possible somewhere else on the map, just because NATO's sick, and that experienced duo lane choosing to freeze right now, especially since the offlane tower goes down, instead of shoving and going over to mid and helping Involve win that lane. And when that tower open up the map, they choose to freeze because they know that eventually during the mid game, if Gideon starts to fall behind too much, that he's going to be easier to shut down once they start death balling in mid, taking that tower, opening up the map. And over on the left side, we see that FaZe is still level 4 at the moment on my screen. No ulti yet, so Reflex is going to still have a couple extra minutes of safety here before that FaZe ult goes off and the Drongo starts popping off with his rad rounds.
Oh. Not good. Oh, look at Shimmy coming in for the gank over here. Oh, but we do. Looks like she doesn't have a war. Here comes Shimmy going, and she's gonna dive that tower. Stack. Involved in all kinds of trouble. All you have to do is ult, and he will be dead. Oh, the auto shield does save him with about 150 health. Jay Leo working in. High Q has to get out. He does have his teleport. Jay Leo smartly doesn't chase it down, turning to rotate over, going over to Reflect. Reflect looks very comfortable right now. He's not worried. We did just see Brooks. FaZe did just get his ultimate. Here comes J Leo into the game, coming through the jungle, letting them know that they're there. Not sure where to, oh, he decides to go in, and Reflect backs off.
Miscommunication here.
Yeah. Rare scene there from Reborn. Usually when one goes in, they go in. They're all going together. Any interesting cards you see so far?
I actually see Outlander Scout on J Leo. He is choosing to try to help his teammates de-ward as much as possible. Vision is very costly, so it looks like Reborn is trying to set FaZe back as far as possible. First, they come off with that gank early to set her behind. Now she's a couple levels behind, and then now they are just chipping away at the economy. $300 gold wards stack up over course of time. They, you know, that 1,000 cost Outlander Scout. If they de-ward, you know, 6 wards, it's paid for itself already.
Oh, all kinds of trouble with J Leo. He does get ultimate. Gideon going over the top, but there's that seismic assault we were talking about, bringing them down. The drone is it. They smartly go after the drone. Master Splayer trying to fade off faded run. Faded run, running. Nikes are on. Don't know if he can be able to get away. Woo! Nice void bomb. I love me some Bellica play. Nice job involved. A 2-for-1 right there. I believe it was a 2-for-1 or 1-for-1. I'm sorry. Oh no, it's not over yet. Reflect going in. He's in trouble.
They're going back in.
Oh, there's those rad rounds going in. Tick, 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 tick. Auto shield kicking in, trying to save him. He's down. Oh, Brooker's got caught
counter. Okay, Booker's stuck in the tower.
Oh, then she's dead. Nice job by Involved, turning around and coming back, jumping down from the top. Seismic assault, void bomb, get off my map. Meanwhile, Wraith is up in the other spot of the lane, pushing Appy Picker back. Got to be careful though, because a Shinbi will destroy a Wraith. At least I think so. I don't see how.
Oh, most definitely. Wraith is going to be, again, a little bit slipperier than most carriers with his self-sufficient ult, with his back it up. But once that's down, and Shinbi has free reign to get those stacks and get the ultimate off, I mean, she can track Wraith anywhere he goes. But it looks like they are converging down on mid.
Nice seismic assault there, and you fall down to 100 health. Oh, no, Reflect or Shatter. That was able to take him out. Oh, look at the recall. Poor high to you. He tried, thought he was out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Reborns in mid lane right now. Wow. Nicely done. Was able to go in. High to you was like, Deuce, I'm outie. And Ray said, Nato said, nope, get back here. Pulling his best Scorpion impersonation. Get over here.
And it looks like they're deathballing mid. It looks like they're going right on over to that left tower, trying to open up the map as much as possible. But maybe just Raptors might be the better cost, you know, trying to give as much economy lead as possible. Like I said earlier, you know, that now we have a 1,500 gold lead from mid laner 2 levels. And then, of course, across the board, we have Appy Picker at 9,000, 10,000 gold. And we have Reflect at 11,500 gold, almost 12,000 gold. Like I said, give an inch, take a mile. These guys have been up against everything and seen everything, you know, being out on the market and on the scene and dominating the scene for so long that they know how to handle newcomers.
They have that experience. They know what's up. They know about, hey, look, he stayed a little too long. Oh, now we got 2 of them off the map. Now let's put pressure in. Everyone get here. Let's go. Let's get that tower. Let's play the mobile game, as our good friend Sylphin likes to say. Play the mobile game and get those objectives down. Open up the map. J Leo can now run wherever the hell he wants to run right now. The mid is open for him.
They're closing down. Faded Ren. With Maling's Grace, we have 455 health for the card, and then a shield link. Shield yourself and your target ally for 25% of your max health for
Reflect in a little bit of trouble. Asura's Rage put pressure on him. There goes the ultimate, putting him in, trying to get him down. He's down to about 300 health. Now you're seeing that Reaper's Dash able to help get him away. They had 3 people using a full kit on Feng Mao. I can't even say his name now. Feng Mao. And he was still able to get away with about half life.
And they are just giving Reflect farm, just shoving the waves straight to the front tower. Reflect doesn't have to go anywhere to get farm. And they're converging down on mid. High to you gets knocked up.
Wow. Recall into the seismic assault, into the void bomb, was able to kill him very quickly. Seeing Gideon having all kinds of trouble at this point. Staying here mid. Let's see what if they decide to push or do any pressure. There is 4 Reborn. Reborn is grouping very well. They're doing what we see Think Twice do in the pack on the exhibition tournament, and how they won 2 out of the last 3 or 1 out of the last 2 NA tournaments being aggressive early and grouping early and getting objectives down early.
It's once you have the map open up, that mid tower, the off lane tower, and even the safe lane tower. Next, I mean, the map has opened up. The boundaries are set. You know, it's harder to farm, you know, by the river if all of your T1s are down. That safety net is no longer there for you. The towers are not here to protect you. You're here to protect the towers, and with the objectives down, you know, your back is completely exposed if you're up that far. And, you know, with the minion advantage, being able to be up that close, that much closer to your T2, it's a little bit harder to come back, to grab more objectives, to prime, to raptor. And again, Reborn taking as much economical advantage as they possibly can, but they're just scattering all over the map, de-warding, just taking as much as they possibly can, and really pushing back Asura's Rage to their towers and sitting under them, so that they can't go out and roam and farm. And if they choose to go out and roam and farm and find objectives or fights to pick, they are going to be caught out by Reborn's constant roaming.
They got to push the lanes, got to keep the pressure up, got to answer. Right now, Reborn has the clear advantage, as you were saying. 7-3 kill death advantage, and just map pressure. They're everywhere that they need to be. They've been winning all the team fights right now.
And we see that Reborn is ahead in farm and 6,000, almost 7,000 ahead in gold.
About 10%, just under 10%. Yeah, they're starting to get that. That's the advantage of the different team fights. They have not gotten into a team fight where they did not have the advantage right now. Appy Pig is trying to put a little bit of damage over on Wraith, but Wraith and the rotation coming in once again. Look at this over. Look at J Leo. He's in the jungle. He's like a predator. He smells blood. He wants it. Nope, and then he backs off. I love the wards right now from both teams right now. Vision is beautiful. It's expensive, but it's all over the map. Master Splinter in a little bit of trouble. Anthony's off there trying to get him, and he was able to go down. Nice baited red, pulling up back. NATO in all kinds of trouble. He's trying to get away. Does he have enough stacks to finish him? He's going to try. Can he get away? And no. With about 150
as slimy as
health.
possible.
Oh, look at this. Look at J Leo and Involve rotating over. J Leo's invisible. Nice seismic assault there. See him going. Oh, nice pull up with this combo by Crunch, putting all those damage, just trying to fade off Faded Ren, trying to get a punch, kick, kick, pick. Was able to go. Meanwhile, Involve chased down High to You, was able to take him out. They turned it around. Once again, they lost one. Saw that Asura's Rage was still putting pressure up there, and they saw two low heroes, and J Leo and Involve rotated over and made a pay.
Saw that they got comfortable, and Reborn coming in with the counter gank. We lost one, well, you're going to lose two, you're going to lose three, you're going to lose four. Like, again, the experience is coming in, and we have a little bit of trading off here from the from Reflect and Booker and Ufel over here. Looks like Reborn is going to converge onto that safe lane tower.
There goes the seismic assault going on. Earthshatter was not able to finish him off. All that extra health regen. Oh, and then he was taken off. Was able to take him off. Reborn has had 3+ in every team fight. If someone, or after a quick team fight where someone went down, they turn around and win it. And look at this, they're on Raptors again.
The gold lead is starting to get a lot bigger now. 9,000, 6,000 just 2 minutes ago, and now 9,000. That's 3,000 in the course of 2 to 3 to 4 minutes. It's gonna be. The longer this game goes, it's gonna be a little bit scarier for Asura Rage to get back up.
And guys, I'm gonna knock on wood right now. We're 19 minutes into this game with 0 replay bugs. Or did I just jinx it? Oh, I think I just jinxed it.
The caster curse.
I think I just jinxed it. There's a Bellica drone going off in the jungle somewhere. I can deal with fake Bellica drones. But all the health and all the cards seem to be carrying over. All right. So Asura Rage's in a little bit of trouble right now, but we do know with this meta, this game, we're at the 20-minute mark. We're at 19 minutes and change. Carries are starting to come online. Let's see if Ufel can really start to do something against NATO and put a little extra damage in. Oh, High to You and all kinds of trouble again. Seismic assault going in, brought him up. He's trying to get away. Oh, who are they recalling? Oh, okay, they weren't able to get. Oh my goodness. J Leo just absolutely dismantled him.
CC on Reborn is just disgusting at the moment right now. See, they can't move. Asura Rage cannot go anywhere without getting CC'd.
Well, it looks like they're going for OP. They're going into, they have one guy zoning right now. Master Splinter and involved zoning, making sure. Plenty of damage with J. Leo and Reflect on OP. Appy knows that he's there. He's coming down with Shimmy. Shimmy's a great hero to come in and try to steal. Here comes Raider Finna coming in. No, they're not going to be able to. So's off 300 health. Trying to get in right there. Going, oh, nice ultimate behind you. He was able to go in, but J. Leo wasn't able to get Orb Prime. Orb Prime is going down, and they did take out 1, 2. They took out 2 for 1, but they still have Orb Prime. Oh, Abby Picker going out. He takes out Master Splinter.
As best as possible, J. Leo gets off with the skin of his teeth.
Oh, my goodness. So
prioritizing Prime there was a beautiful call from J. Leo. He said, you know, the Gideon ult is not close enough to me to take Prime. I know it's damaging my teammates, but the priority here is taking Prime. Once we have Prime, we can turn this fight around, and that's exactly what they did.
Got Prime, turned it down. They have it for 2 minutes. They lost 1 or 2. They lost 2 people for it. So 3 people still have Prime. A very, very strong Feng Mao and a very, very strong Crunch. Still have Orb Prime. So they're going to take their time. They're going to group up. And as long as one of them are in the group of those 3. Oh my God, look at Brooks getting recalled. NATO wants it. Feeling it. J. Leo chasing him down, trying to put his Nikes on. Brooks running. He's running. Steve Prefontaine would be proud. Missing and nope.
Gone.
Deleted. 2 punches hit for about 600. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. What?
Better buy new Nikes.
Oh my! Oh, see now Fader in a little bit of trouble. Reflex will rip him apart with Orb Prime buff and that extra burst damage. Staying with this right now. He's going out. He's trying to get away. He goes right back in. He does jump away. Nice job by High to you setting up that Gideon portal, allowing his support to get out of there. They're smartly letting that little Paragon go down. Back it off. Back it off. Into Crash Band Boom right there. Master Splinter was able to finish them off. They're on at 22 minutes. They're going for that first inhib. They still have 1 minute and 8 seconds. 1 inhib's down. Right now, Asura Rage in all kinds of trouble. Brooks getting beat up right now. J. Leo is going to go down. Nice ultimate there by High to you. Took out 1, but that Orb Prime regen was keeping them alive. Took out another one, ladies and gentlemen. This may be GG. They might not have enough. It looks like they're going for the objective. Yep. Backing off, going for the objective, securing themselves a little bit here. Reflex saying, tower? What freaking tower?
Man, yeah, they have minion advantage in both 2 lanes, so they took that inhib. They go for the T2. They go for that. They go for that second inhib. There's another fight breaking out.
Yeah, Appy was trying to get a kill here. Was able to kill off involved. Now he's trying to get away. He runs away. Oh, got recalled right back into it. Oh, NATO on point with those recalls. That's what in order, a good Wraith will hit those recalls at the right time. You see it a lot of time in matches. They get a little happy with those recalls, and they pull someone away too early or too late, pulling them away from the team fight. Now trying to back off. They got 20 seconds left for Orb Prime. They got 2 inhibitors now. Huge advantage in favor of Reborn right now.
Looks like Reflex he's taking all that he can get right now. He's taking that green buff. He's leaving that 1 minion up. Looks like no more green buff for Asura's Rage. It's not going to be respawning anytime soon. Got backing across the board. J. Leo going over to that T1. It did, unfortunately, get taken down by the set lanes, and he's going to push it out again. He's going to try to get minion advantage in that right lane. Looks like they're going for a reset.
Yeah, they're going to reset it. They got the the outside lane from Orb Prime, which is a huge advantage. And the other lane they can just set and continue to put pressure mid, and then rotate to the right, do whatever they want. Having that outside far lane away from Orb Prime the furthest you possibly can, it just makes it that much harder to watch it. And I'll be interested to see what Reborn does. Do they go in and put a lot of pressure in early, or do they just back off and kind of wait and do whatever they got to do? You know what I mean?
I think they're gonna wait for Asura Rage to really open up a little bit more. Like you see on the map, Asura's Rage has no wards on the map. No, 2 wards in their jungle because they're forced to guard their jungle safely for the ganks and stuff like that. We got 5 men converging over here. 5 Reborns from Prime Pit on out. Looks like Appy Picker might get caught out.
There was 4 of them, because we do have a Reflect on the other side of the map here. And there's the recall, pulling Appy Picker back in. Shimmy might be able to get out of this, maybe. Nope.
Unfortunately not.
Hitting those autos, making Belica even that much more dangerous. Belica is probably the most complete hero in the game. Even with her recent nerfs, she's still very strong. She was just crazy. Look at him go in.
The backups are absolutely insane.
Back up into just that CC. I mean, virtually everyone on Reborn has some sort of crowd control.
Even, and reflect.
He has to slow. He has hamstring. So he can slow down.
Just a force to be reckoned with. You know, going into the base and saying, "Hey, pay attention to me. Not your not your third inhibitor. Pay attention to me. Third inhibitor goes down. 2 inhibitors, you can come back from 3. A little bit hard to.
Yeah, you need a prayer. It looks like that is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. We will pause it just before the end. Look at in-game builds for everyone. Take a look at in-game builds. Anything interesting that you see? Any of the? I mean, 25 minutes seems to be the average. I like to see the 30 to 35 minute, but you fall behind in this meta right now. It's tough.
It's what is that? A 27,000 gold lead over from Reborn.
Yeah.
Just the difference is just way too high. We got Reborn truly fighting as a team. We have 46 assists, and then we over Asura's Rage we have 11. They're trying to play catch up the whole game, but you know, we have Warlock's Burden over there on Master Splinter. Absolutely wonderful card. You lose 3% of your max health and restore 3% of your mana. More mana equals more healing. Health does not bother Narbash at all. He's constantly going to be cranking out more and more health. We have NATO Sick with the Swift Hunter and the Heavy Hitter. So, which is interesting. I thought that he would have one of the tribe up already, but it looks like he doesn't.
I don't think he had time to go back. I mean, he has 7 plus 20, 5. Or he just wasn't going for it. Yeah, he just didn't have time to go back. Well, Reborn, very dominant. Did what they had to do. Won the first game. We're going to take a quick 4.5, 5-minute break. We'll be back for game 2. Asura's Rage needs to take at least this game to secure their first place. To hold on to first place. If they lose this game, they will be tied in point standings, right? But we'll be losing the head-to-head tiebreaker for that first seed going into the playoff with only this week and next week left.
If they win the draft for the next round, you can definitely see a potential comeback. But right now, just with the draft that they had for Asura's Rage, it was hard. It was definitely very, very hard. Shouldn't be super weak early game. You know, phase being put behind, it's hard to come back for that. But once you have a better draft, once you have more CC, because over on Reborn you see that just the amount of CC that they have is absolutely disgusting. It's, you know, one person gets picked off, that's 2, that's 3 more, you know, that's a tower, that's a couple raptors. Just being on the edge of a CC train like that, especially with Wraith's repositioning tool, you know, when you're getting away, you're coming right back into the CC train. So
well, guys, we'll see you in just a few minutes. We're going to take a short break, get everything set up for Game 2, Reborn versus Asura's Rage. See you guys shortly. We'll be back.
you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you rock, 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 rock? Can you rock, 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 rock? Do you
Just let me know when to start the draft replay.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2, Week 8, Paragon Fight Night, $550 on the line. Agent Deli, thank you so much for joining us. Say hi.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Hi, I'm saying hi to you. Hi. Hi, buddy. So the one thing that we got to talk about is Agent Deli, you need to make your bed.
My bet.
Next cast, your bed needs to be made, brother.
Okay.
So just a quick announcement before we get into it. PML 10 was canceled due to Epic not thinking that they would have their replay system back up and running for this weekend. So we pulled it, and then literally the day after we pulled it, they fixed the replay bug. Rip us. Also, the next PML will be in 2 to 3 weeks. We'll be making the announcement most likely tomorrow. So make sure you keep it tuned. You guys let us know. You check everything out. We'll be doing that. And also, we will still be trying to raise money for breast cancer awareness on it. This Saturday, we have a fun tournament going. The Halloween Narboosh or Bash tournament from Power Gaming. Go to www.pwrgaming.com. Rip, I typed it in wrong. No, I didn't. For more information to sign up, it's just random, no official teams or anything like that. Just fun times. Everyone come in and do what you got to do. That being said, we're not going to waste any of your time. We're going to jump right into the draft for Game 2, and we're going to start the draft whenever Agent Deli says.
Oh.
Let's get this draft. Hopefully they don't take a minute and a half per pick again.
Now they're gonna take up all the time.
That was a little bit rough. They were like, "We're gonna take 7 minutes for a draft here."
You have that Sevrog ban.
Sevrog
Again
again
on
by
Reborn.
Reborn. Not wanting him on the map. He's very strong. Oh, I forgot to switch it over. There we go.
And Wraith over by Asura's Rage. They saw the power of Wraith last game. They let it happen. They were punished for it, and then now they're going to ban it this time.
They want none of it. No, no, no.
Shinbi, first pick on Reborn. That's interesting. Hopefully that they have some sort of assassin pick that they can get going on, because I know they had CC last game, but I don't know what they're going to do this game. Asura's Rage is picking Richter again. It worked out for very early on, the pull straight into the tower, just locking down heroes. The shield link was absolutely amazing, but let's see if they can pick it out again.
Oh, there's the Iggy from Asura's Rage. The troll pick. The troll pick.
Well, I mean, again, if they can have Iggy set up, you know, like how they're just pushing the lanes Involve was doing last game, they can definitely turn the tide around. They witnessed last game that Reborn loves team fighting, loves being grouped together, especially in that prime pit. Let's see if they can get Iggy and Scorch to take advantage of the grouping. We have Narbash and Drongo over on Reborn.
Not as much CC train yet on Reborn. That was just insane. If they caught you, you're dead. Period.
Every single time. If you were getting away, Wraith was always there. Native Sick was always there to bring you right back always into the middle of the team. Just
get over here. Then they're taking.
Seems like we're running some extra time here for Asura.
I do like to see Iggy's tough with a team comp. Iggy's tough. I mean, there's so many baits in the Orb Prime, and then that alt goes off, and you're just dead because his turrets are so strong.
And then we have Quang. Quang in the off lane. We have Iggy. Shimby's gonna have a hard time, especially being a melee hero. We have Narbash is gonna have a hard time with Iggy as well, being a melee hero. But Drongo, if he could sit in the back and take down the turrets, that'd be really, really good. And then we have Crunch on Asura's Rage as well. Crunch and Quang. So we see that. Asura might flip it on Reborn. Say, hey, we saw what we did last game. We'll do it better. We're the better Crunch. You know, we got Quang this time. Richter's still being in play, and we have Iggy. We let you roam. We let you set up. With Iggy, not this time. We're going to be the one setting it up. We're going to be the one taking control of mid lane or off lane, depending on where they put him.
Yeah, so far they took Crunch and Wraith off the map from Reborn, making them dig in a little deeper to that hero pool. And here comes the Bellica.
Well, we saw Involve play Bellica like he did last game. It's gonna have a hard time. They're gonna have a hard time hitting those seismic assaults in the right moments, keeping people in the middle of the fight. Again, like I said, Bellica's early game is hurting, but we didn't see that hinder Involve last game. And we have last picks. Looks like they were digging into extra time. Feng Mao again for Reborn. We saw how strong he was last time. Just an absolute, just a menace on the map, really. Just constantly 1v2, constantly up at the duo, constantly harassing them. It's definitely going to be a fun time if they get Feng Mao on Reflect again.
Feng Meow. Murdoch. Ooh. A little long arm of the law action. I am the law.
I mean, they can lock down here. They got the Quang tether into the Iggy slow. We have Stagnant Dominion. We have the Crunch stock up into the Richter pool, or the Crunch slow into the Richter pool in the silence. You know, they can definitely set up kills for their long arm of the law across the map. You know, Murdoch doesn't necessarily have to be there for all the fights in the early game. He could just be picking up the scraps, getting the money, getting the experience, and getting ahead from the safety of his tower. So,
well, I feel that this draft is much closer than the last draft. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'm at 6 seconds in game. Are you at 6 seconds in game?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's jump right in, and we're going to. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for Game 2. Reborn versus Asura's Rage.
Over by Reborn, we have Master Splinter again on the Narbash, Jaleo Grande on Feng Mao jungle, Reflect on the Shinbi offlane, NATO Sick on the Drongo carry, and Involve again on the Lieutenant Bellica mid lane. And for Asura's Rage, we have Book Sinkerman on Richter, Appy Picker on Quang, Faded Ren on Crunch, Ufel on Murdoch, and Hi to You on Iggy.
Feng Mao coming out of the jungle just scares me.
Especially that early game damage.
It just
you know, that level 3 gank is gonna it does damage.
It just there's no other way to say it besides scare me. Hamstring, burst, it just I don't want any of it. I don't want any of it as a mid laner at all. No, thank you.
We have small farming. Yeah. Book Sinkerman just trying to zone out Reflect. Reflect playing it smart. He knows that he's weak early game. He knows that pull is not to be underestimated. He's staying under the tower. He's inching out, trying to get as much farm as possible. As soon as something happens, he backs up.
Dashes out. Oh, Hi to You. Look at Involve putting a lot of pressure on Iggy, not allowing him to get those turrets set up. That's exactly how you have to play him. If you let him set up as a Bellica, you're done. There's nothing you can do. And, Involve rotating early, going over to that right lane, trying to get a little pressure off Reflect.
We don't have wards over there, so they do not know that she's coming, other than the fact that Iggy might ping that. She's turning around. Doesn't look like she's going to go in.
Yeah, it looked like it was more of just to say, hey, we might be coming over, just to give Reflect a little more time to farm up there. Oh, nice thunk by Master Splinter going in. Rad rounds, putting all that damage on Appy Picker. Appy Picker trying to get away. Yeah, it was able to get away with about 450 health. Nice job. And then you're seeing complete opposites right now. Reborn, freezing the lane, being patient. Asura's Rage, trying to shove the lane down. They want that tower down.
They want to open up the map. They want Murdoch to roam a little bit more. They want Richter to be more of a global presence this game, much like how he was in the jungle last game. And they want him out. They want to pick Involve. They want to put Hi to You ahead. especially how scary Involve was on the Belka last game. They do not want a repeat.
Here, see, this is, again, where Iggy's so strong. Has the 2 turrets now. All you have to do is pick on Involve a little bit. It's going to force J. Leo or Master Splinter or someone to rotate over just to get Iggy to back up. Otherwise, Belka's not going to have a chance.
Murdoch solo farming. Looks like Richter's leaving him alone. Trying to be that global presence. Trying to put somebody else ahead. Leaving Murdoch alone to farm so that he can match the levels. So that he can get his ultimate up. So that he can get as much money and farm and experience as much alone as possible.
High to you and all kinds of trouble getting caught out a little bit. Oh, nice thunk. Was able to finish off, and there's that hamstring coming in. So just as we said it, someone's going to have to rotate over to get High to you to back off, to get Iggy to back off. Came over, thunk.
Not have wards, and J. Leo's going in for the gank right now. Shinja going all in. They're all in it right now, and Book Sinker looks like he's in trouble. Again, trying to run away, trying to get away. Feng Mao powerful with the dash. Reflect going in, dashing out, killing him under his tower. That's 2 kills now. Plus Iggy, that's 3 for Reborn.
Yeah. And J. Leo was involved in all of them. 2 kill, 1 kill, 2 assists. Feng Mao ahead, another just nightmare. Any brawler that gets ahead, nightmare. Right now, how strong brawlers are.
I just got that early game gold lead. It looks like we have 2,300 over on Reborn. Reborn overhead. Coming in ahead strong early.
Jenkins. Sorry. Oh, Appy Picker with a nice tether there. Just trying to slow down NATO. Was able to get off, so NATO only got 1 rad round on him. See, and it's interesting, too. Those rad rounds, they're like sneaky damage. Like, you're like, oh, I'm taking a lot of damage. Oh, I'm taking a lot. Oh, crap, I just took an extra 250 damage because he hit 5 in a row on me. Like, where did that come from?
And since it's the delay on it, you have that false security. Oh, I'm under my tower, and you're done. You're out. In the farm, not only you're pushed away, but you have the delayed death, so.
Oh. Brooks just pulling over Reflect right there saying, hey, get off me. You know who I am? I'm not. I'm Richter. Oh, and I got my first replay bug. Yufel has no health. Yufel has no health, man, so we'll fix that a little later.
Yep. Me too.
So there's a ton of pressure on the map right now, so we'll worry about that a little later. You're seeing Involve starting to put pressure on Iggy, which is something, again, it's a little different. Reflect trying to back off. Brooks doing a great job of stepping in front and constantly using that quick cooldown silence on Shibi, just forcing her to waste that mana, because even though you call that ability and you don't get the full aspect of it, you still you lose all that mana. So staying on top of making her use her mana early and often until she gets mana generator up and going.
Involve still keeping constant pressure on Iggy, allowing him to set up in the mid lane, but not allowing him to set up farther than the river. And we see a rotation right on over to Reflex lane. Looks like Involve is just constantly putting the fear, making the Asura's Rage duo lane just paranoid. Every single time Belka's missing on the map, since they only have that single ward over there. Where's Belka? Where's Belka? And that relieves pressure off of Reflect, allowing him to farm a little bit more, allowing him to get his way in the lane, allow him to control the minion, and give him a little bit more farm, more money, more experience.
Again, it's just that keeping some doubt in your mind, and a little bit having to keep glancing at the map even maybe another second earlier by just rotating over and saying, hey, how are you? Nice to see you.
Does not look like High2U is in a good position right now. No, the mana drone go down.
Master Splinter did miss that thunk. Appy Picker's over there recalling. Appy Picker got to be trouble. They can turn on him. Oh, no, he turns around. He's going in right now. I like it. Nice seismic assault there. I'm trying to get away. Involved, trying to dash out, doing everything she can. Here comes a rotation from J. Leo. There's the hamstring, slowing him down. Just eating up some of that damage because he can. There's the Reaper dash. Wasn't able to get out. No problem. Nice rotate. See, that was very well played by both Asura and Reborn. Looked like Asura was in trouble, countered, and then Reborn recountered their counter.
they're not letting Asura's Rage give any leeway. A little bit of give here, we cannot show our faults. Reborn is, looks like Reflect is taking as much advantage as he can of the Shinbi. Now that she's online, they're letting him farm and Crunch goes down.
Yeah, there's her ult. Was able to go in. Wasn't sure she had enough stacks, and she said, hey, why not? If you don't use it, it's going to waste anyway. Was able to get it. Was able to finish off. Taking a 404 lead right now. And about a 7,000. Is that 7,000 gold?
Yep, that's a 7,400 gold lead.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Just
7.5 right there.
About 20%? Yeah, wow. Almost 30%. 20. Wow. Reborn
Playing a little bit more aggressive this game than last game from Reborn. Reborn is just trying to get ahead early. They see that, you know, Asura's got the crunch. You know, they have the Iggy. They're trying not to let everybody scale. They're trying to take that early game. You know, Richter, once he gets his ult up, you know, it's on a short cooldown. He could be a menace. So, you know what? We take that early game, and you fall behind in gold, and we get that lead. And then once you get to where you need to be, you're already going to be behind. You're going to be playing from behind early, and you're going to be playing behind mid game, and you potentially could be playing from behind late game. It's a very dangerous strategy to get scaling heroes to fall behind.
Yeah, and with end games being an average about 25 minutes, you don't have that chance to scale up to get into that 35-minute mark. You know, that 35, 40-minute game, they aren't that often anymore. That's, as a caster, those are the matches I like to see when they hit that mid-30s, because that's when everyone's online and that you start seeing a lot. It's not just a steamroll, but Reborn trying to say, hey, we got to work in the morning. Let's get this done with.
You got to get up early. Can you guys finish this in 15, 20 minutes?
I don't think they're in the position for a 15, 20-minute game, but they're definitely on pace to be under 25 minutes again. Going in, just diving in, Jay Leo, putting in, oh, nice ultimate there by Brooks, trying to keep him off. You see the strength of Jimmy right there. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, not quite enough. We're not sure how much health Ufel had. It could have been too much, because he just ran immediately. He just said, I'm outie. Oh, here comes Crunch. Crunch is just waiting. Fender's waiting. He's waiting for someone to just drop down. He wants that advantage right now. But Involve
sees him.
Yeah, Involve saw him, and they all just backed off. No one got overly aggressive. Shimmy just recalling up there, waving to her peeps.
NATO sick, keeping Kwang busy. They know that if they can keep Kwang, you know, busy under his tower, not being able to rotate off, they are dedicating a lot of resources, both the duo, Master Splinter and NATO sick, keeping Kwang busy. But if they allow Kwang to roam, allow him to hit those tethers, to allow them to set up those the Richter pulls, it's going to be very hard to come back from that. So they're going to keep him busy so that everybody else on Reborn can have their way across the map. Shinbi being able to roam, being able to attack, tower dive, do damage. Richter just being scared out of his mind.
Look at the patience there on Crunch. Was able to go in. Master Splinter does get ulted on by Happy Picker. Same with this fight right now. They're chasing him down. I don't think they're going to be able to get him. Crash Band Boom just trying to slow down for his carry. He hits it, knocks them all up. They're not going to be able to get him. Look at Jay Leo rotating over, trying to make him pay for it. The Song of My People going off, trying to heal him up. There's the Iggy. Only one turret down, so it's not going to do as much damage as it possibly can. But look how slow Inbal was able to finish off Crunch by himself over there.
It looks like Involve and Jaylee are going to chase this down. They want to punish.
Oh, nice seismic assault. Oh! Neuro Disruptor to finish off Iggy. Happy Picker saying, I'm out. 1, 2, 3, 4 Reborn. Over here, pushing it. They're going to go after this T2, I believe. They have the pressure. No, mid lane. Let's see what they decide to do. Mid lane is still up. Do they go to mid lane? Do they try to get the tower down? And they're just backing off. Oh, they are a little... Nope, they're deciding to go for Raptors. Get that extra gold. Continue to build that lead. That's how they got ahead. Remember? They kept going after the Raptors.
7,500 at 8 to 9 minutes. Now we're at 3-4 minutes later. We are unfortunately at a 15,000 deficit over on Asura's Rage. Reborn, 15,000 gold ahead. That's a lot.
About 20%. Again, they're maintaining that high gold lead. It's over about 25% actually. Gold lead, and just wow. Maybe they have been practicing again. Maybe they like the new updates. The game is a lot more balanced. Oh, look at that Reflect going in, trying to do everything he can, hitting the damage. Ufel backing off, trying to go. He has to run. Reflex down to about 250 health. Oh, and he hits the ult on Brooks. Brooks is down to about 400. still trying to get out his reflect. Right now, Faded Rent has been late on the rotations as Crunch, but like a half step behind Reborn this entire match. Every time he comes in, which if he can combo you, you're dead. Crunch is so strong that you're just dead. But High to You putting a lot of pressure in mid right now, has 2 turrets set up. He's in good position. It's going to take 3 people to kill him. There's the 3rd turret. He's just trying to get the tower down. But all right, here comes J Leo putting it on, and the Iggy ult hitting him, making J Leo just back off. Look at him burst them down. Trying to go in, and there's the 1, 2 people in, trying to back off, go over in the air. Here goes Reflect going in, hitting Vader, go hit him, pop, 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 trying to get him down, and he is able to Earth Shatter going in, hitting for a couple hundred. Master Splinter, Crash Band, boom, going off, Abby Finger, slowing down, trying to get in. Reflect trying to run away. Master Splinter just saying, I'm going to die for my kid, I'm going to die for my team. I'm the one player on the map who can be extremely underleveled, and it does not affect us. So he sacrificed himself to the Asura Rage gods.
Okay, we had. I was a little bugged on my screen. Ufel is now not level 3 anymore. He is level 7, and the gold deficit is only about 8,000.
I'll check that in 1 second. All right, I'm gonna pause it and fix it. Give me 1 second. Minus 10, plus 10. I'm at 1408.
Okay. And you're gonna have to give me a second to catch up.
No
1408, you said?
Yep. Yeah, and now the gold's much closer, only about a 5,000.
Yep, 1408. Instead of 15,000.
Yeah.
It's less than that.
All right, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. So back in now, it's a little more understandable. I'm like, how are they pulling away so much? So basically what was happening with that replay bug, none of UFL stats were going through. So you weren't getting any of his 14,000 gold.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how Reflect lived through that either. Ed Money, you're 100% right, man. What's up, Adrenaline Boost? How are you, brother?
We got a lot of possessed Sprikins across the map. Clutch card. Master Splinter again with the Warlock's Burden. Jaleo Grande using the Outlander Scout again, trying to widen the gold deficit as much as possible, taking out as many wards as possible.
It's a cheap card, too. It's a cheap card for good vision. If you're going to be rotating through the map a lot, you can take them out and it doesn't get anything away. It doesn't cost you, you don't lose your invisibility or anything like that. I like that card. I'm actually going to put that in some of my decks now. I never even thought about using it, to be honest.
It's a wonderful card, especially on a jungler, because, if you're not ganking, you're dewarding, you're not a lot of risk there being put out in the middle of lanes while everybody else is laning, especially if you have a mid laner like Involved constantly keeping Iggy on his toes, especially if you have a duo lane like NATO Sick and Master Splinter keeping Appy Picker away from the fights, keeping him busy so that he can't roam and he can't really catch anybody out or punish anything, and Crunch having to rely on ganks to try to put his team back ahead. But again, with no vision, it's a little bit harder to gank. Every single time he steps out on the river, there is fear there that he can be caught out, and he picked off.
Sorry, you caught me mid-gulp.
It's all good. It looks like there's a grouping here on both Asura's Rage and Reborn. It looks like they're going to try to take that mid tower. It looks like Asura's tired of the gold deficit, tired of the bullying from their mid laner, so they want to take it into their own hands. They want to say, hey, look, Involved, you had your way early game, but mid game, this is our game.
I like what Iggy's doing. I like what High TU's doing. He's setting up the turrets, trying to pull the fight into those Iggy turrets, because it's just extra DP. Oh, Involved going in, Seismic Assault, bringing them down. Not able to take any damage. I don't know what's going on with the damage again. Doesn't seem to be.
It might be another bug.
Yeah. Going. Oh, nice tether there by you, Quan. And now the fight. Iggy's ult did go off, and now they're just hitting minions. Not really doing too much as they're going in. So the Iggy ult is down. Now High TU has to be a little careful. There's J Leo going in. Uses the Earth Shadow. Was able to take him off the map, but he did die for it. Now, I'm sorry, Nadelstick got a crash, bam, boom. Master Splinter going in. Cleanup duty. Here we go. Reborn now starting to take that advantage. I was just about to say, it doesn't look like Reborn is as high as they have been. Oh, Abby Picker decides to go in with that's all. Was able to take Master Splinter Narbash off the map. Nice job. Now they're going to try to turn around it. It was a 2 for 2. J. Leo went down, or 2 for 1 in favor of Asura Rage. Asura Rage playing much better this match. Playing a lot better. They have the excuse me. They're not as far down. They're 18 minutes in. They're not under inhibitor. All T2s are still up. They even still have their mid lane up. So Asura Rage played much better. Reborn had a little more of a fight this time.
Since the duo lane for Reborn has been a little bit more active, UFL over there on Asura Rage is able to just sit back under his T2, farm, freeze the lane, do what he may please. And he knows that, hey guys, you guys can hold out, get me to the late game, and I will put you in my backpack, and I will carry you guys to victory. Just give me a little bit of time here. And time, they're giving as much farm and time as possible. Murdoch is ahead of Nadosic at the moment right now, but that also means that Murdoch is not part of the fights that Asura Rage is trying to pick right now. So they're relying on the mid laner, the support, and Crunch and Quang pick up and as much gold and as much to, I guess, lessen as much of the deficit as possible.
Yeah. And I must still have a glitch, because to me it still only shows him having guard piercer on. So there's no way, unless he was saving for whatchamacallit. Oh, they're going after Or Prime. It's Reborn right there. Sorry, I was looking at the decks. They're going to get a free Or Prime here. There it
Sounds
is.
like they were able to contest that.
Was able to get it and being Ufall in all kinds of trouble. Taking off the map very quickly with Ufall. Bursted down. So just as I was saying, Asura Rage was playing much better, had a lot more vision on the map. They got in trouble, gave up a free Or Prime. It's going to be a tough 2 minutes and 30 seconds there. Action just happening everywhere. Infall taking high to you off the map. Brooker's ulting, trying to slow him down. J. Leo was able to take Faded Ren off the map. 3 down for Asura Rage. I know it doesn't show you fell down, but he's still blitzed in my game for whatever reason. There goes 1 tower. This is going to be at least a T2, maybe even an inhibitor. Running back right now is Happy Picker, just trying to bounce back as much as he can to help to come back and defend for that inhib. Is he really only level 8?
He's level 9 on my screen. Level 9 with a couple cards, but I don't know, we might have to plus 10, minus 10 here.
Well, we'll do it after, not right now, because as they're pushing up right now with OP, going in right now, Happy Picker frontlining, trying to take out the minions, trying to keep them off. They're going, oh my god. Involved.
The aggressiveness on Involved.
He just went in, said, I don't care, trying to kill him is high to you. Involved still living, crash man, boom, going up. Oh no, Faded Red was able to come in. This could be devastating for Reborn. They did get the inhib, but if they get wiped here, Asura Rage can turn around and push this right back. J. Leo trying to get away. He's running crunches out of his butt like a helicopter bomb. Crash, punch, kick. That's all in the mind. What Crunch likes to do, that's just fine. So right now, NATO just said, you guys are crazy. I'm out.
And then we have Shimmy, Reflect, catching up those lanes, setting those side lanes. They know that Reborn is going to deathball mid. They want to take those towers. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to set the side lanes. We're going to bait the fight. I know that they are taking the mid game into their hands, but we are going to control the farm on the side lanes. We're going to control the waves. We're going to try to at least divert as much attention as possible, but the fights just did not last long enough for Asura Rage to really get those minions to the T2s.
Losing the middle inhib is probably the best inhib if you're going to lose one, because it just creates free farm. If Reborn doesn't put pressure on, which we know Reborn's going to put pressure on, if they don't, it's just a ton of free farm for that they're able to farm freely. So it's, you never want an inhib to go down, but if one's going to go down,
if one goes down,
exactly, because then you're still close enough to Or Prime to fight for it. You can stay right there. Asura Rage has 3 mid right now. Meanwhile, Reborn has 3 on the outside lane, with it looks like Reflect and Happy Picker dueling it out on the opposite lane. So we have 4 mid right now with Involve rotating over. See, just as I was saying, Reborn starting to put pressure on. They're grouping up. They're like, we're going to play the mobile game. Let's put some pressure on. We know mid's going to push on its own, so we don't have to really worry about it. Involve is invisible. Here they go, going in, trying to take out the T2. Rotating over is Asura Rage. High to you did recall. They still have about 30 seconds of OP if anyone is left with it over there. Jay Leo going in, not caring. Bender Rent is going to be killed very quickly here. Oh, no. Oh, there goes his auto tail. No! Turned it around and Involved was able to kill Involved. Crashman, boom. You fell in trouble right now. Master Splinter doing what he can to keep him slow. Was able to kill him. Jay Leo going in. Swing, spin it, fidget spinner, doing fidget spinner things. Yes, as Or Prime is. Still going for a couple of them, apparently. Either that or my timer froze.
We have that mid lane pushing. Again, like you said earlier, like the mid lane will push itself. We do not need to attend that. So what we're going to do is we're going to crack open the base a little bit more. We're going to chip away at them. And we're going to try to end the game here shortly. And we have the second inhib down. Shinbi is constantly trying to push that lane, trying to chip away at that last T2 into that last inhibitor. Appy Picker is going to run for his money here, but looks like Reflect might be caught out.
Reflect is dead. Get the tether. He is in trouble now. There goes the shimmy dash, making her a very frustrating hero to go. Reflect turned around to get the gold buff to say whatever. And it might have been a Baker's. Here goes the fidget spinner coming in, jumping on Appy Picker, trying to finish him off right now. They're just in it right now. Nice ultimate there by Brooks. Was able to take Nato, killing him very quick. Reflect still trying to get away. Excuse me. Oh, faded back.
Once that Shinbi, but you know, if he knows that they're gonna lose that fight, they're gonna try to take anybody with them. If I'm gonna go down swinging, I'm gonna take you with me.
Correct. And now they have to be careful. That right lane on my map, the Or Prime lane, those are Winions. They're gonna win if no one's back there soon. That's gonna be GG. If no one gets back, I mean, they're gonna save it. Oh, jumping Involved, not letting them go back. I like what he's doing there. Just trying to keep Appy Picky busy, not letting them go back. They did lose a little bit of the core there, about 15%. Nice job by Involved, just holding them just a little bit longer, keeping that match pressure up. And Asura's Rage in all kinds of trouble. They've been the #1 seed all season, and that looks like it's in danger right now. Because again, it's not the end of the world because they'll be tied for first place. But Reborn will have the advantage with 1 week left as the tiebreaker, going into the playoffs in 2 weeks with $550 of a prize pool being split amongst these teams. So big things happening right now. This is an important game. That might be Reborn, like, clicked it on Golden State Warriors time.
Well, I mean, Reborn is, again, trying to shove down that last T2, that last inhib. Again, trying to break the spirits, trying to break the morale. You know, 2 inhibitors, yeah, you got a chance, but 3 inhibitors might as well forfeit now, guys. I mean, no respawning inhibitors mechanic in Paragon, so I mean, it's gonna be hard to have to keep 2 inhibitors. You can keep 1 or 2 people back at base. With 3 inhibitors, you cannot team fight and wave clear at the same time.
Correct. They have 2 down. I mean, it's not over. They're in a lot of trouble right now. It's Asura's Rage right now. They look like a young team going against an experienced team. There's nothing wrong with that. And that's why Paragon Fight Nights here on Thursday nights, to get these teams more experienced. Apple Picker in trouble. Slash Assault right there. There goes the Pelican drone going down. So any ability he's using is just going to take that extra damage. He's not getting out of that. Fidget Spinner made sure of it. Hamstring on top of him. Putting the pressure, keeping the pressure in the mid lane. Not letting them get away with anything. Just making sure that anytime there's a mistake, someone's out of position by Asura's Rage, they pay, they die, they go down.
And Reflect, again, begging for attention. Pay attention to me. If you do not, your inhibitor is going down. It's just...
Look at Winions, 50%. And they just got Orb Prime. This should be GG, ladies and gentlemen. They're going in. Involved does have Invisible. Just waiting to go and jumping into drone view here. Are they going to go after that last inhib? What are they going to do? Or are they just going to straight tank the last 35%? Involved
going a little too deep.
Oh, that was a pure debate right there. He knew everyone was coming up. He was going in, and by doing that, Reflect was able to get in onto that 3rd inhibitor. Haichiyu does use his ultimate, trying to get them off. There's just too many minions. The turrets are shooting everyone. Winions are on the core right now. 22%, 19%, 18%. Punches going everywhere. Fender Red was just trying to get a kill there. Congrats to Reborn, taking Asura's Rage down 2-0 to tie them in points and D1 and take that first all-important first place seed heading into the last week away from Asura's Rage. Wow. Let's look at endgame builds right here. Anything
Well, guys,
interesting?
I don't know if my game is bugged or my client's bugged, but it's Asura's Rage has got 112,000 gold and Reborn has 140. I don't know if you can confirm whether or not that's correct.
Yep, I have it refreshed. Go ahead and look on the stream. Everything's refreshed. You can see it nice.
Okay.
We have it.
Oh man, that just, I don't know, that gold lead again. You give an inch, take a mile. We're gonna play a little bit more aggressive early game, but you know, we're gonna put our money where our mouth is, and we're gonna take that lead and we're gonna keep it into the mid game, into the late game, and when it goes from one inhib to the second inhib to the third inhib, it's over. You know, the team fights again. We have 51 assists to 19. We're trying to keep Appy Picker in his lane as much as possible. We're trying to keep him away from the fight so that Involve could keep the pressure up in mid lane so that J-Leo can roam as much as possible, can put the duo lane behind as much as possible. And Reflect, again, being as a big of a nuisance as possible. Hey, pay attention to me. If you leave me alone, you will lose objectives. So if you win fights, you will lose an objective. It's kind of like a catch-22, right?
Yeah, you just got to go in and do it. Asura's Rage played very well against one of the better teams in NA. Once my computer stops having a heart attack, I'm going to bring up the schedule for the last week of the season and show you guys what the divisions look like and how this could affect it. I'm not sure if the scores have been reported. It is early in the night. Sometimes the scores get reported a little late. It looks like most of Division 1 has been reported. So I'm going to pull that up in just a second here. But just a quick announcement. I want to welcome Agent Deli to the casting team for PWR Gaming. He will be helping out on Paragon Fight Night and other tournaments, hopefully. He doesn't know about that, but we just invited him live on viewership.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And Agent, who's going to be your co-caster most of the time?
Sir Winkleton. We have I bring the brains, and he brings the voice. That's kind of how the duo works.
It makes sense, because I'm the voice, and I'm definitely not the brains. Taste smart, you know. But I do want to just show you guys what the current rankings for Division 1 looks like right now. Again, $550 on the line for him. We have Reborn taking first place from Asura's Rage. Bronze Army looks like they won today. In third place, Arctic Wolf sneaking into that fourth place spot. And now Hoist the Colors may have just lost their way out of the playoffs. They were right there, and I think they got beat up. Oh, my goodness. So that fourth spot, our playoffs are set for the finals, because the max points you can get is 3. So we're going to have Arctic Wolves, Bronze Army, and Asura Rage into the playoffs for over $500. Going into Season 2. And we're going to look at Division 1. Our Deli will be casting. Deli, are you guys going to cast the match tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm free.
Yeah. They're going to cast the match tomorrow from Division 2. They're going to they're going to cast the entire Division 2 playoffs as well. It looks like Prime Boys won again. Enemy 4 Esports won again. Three-Eyed Raiden and Ballistic Gaming. Look how close that fourth playoff spot is. The max you can get is 3 points, okay? 4 teams make the playoffs. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 teams fighting for that fourth spot in Division 2. So we'll take a look at that. Oh, we don't have Bronze Army and 8. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So we don't have that yet. So we don't know what Bronze Army and whatchamacallit. So the last week of the season... Here's next week's schedule. Prime Boys versus Enemy 4 Esports, which I know they will be casting because that's on top of it. Choke, omit, you can see the schedule here. And we'll go right into Division 1, take a look at Division 1, and look at their Week 4 matchup. And we'll let you guys know who will be casting next week. It might be Asura's Rage versus Bronze Army or Arctic Wolves versus Phoenix Esports, because I believe Phoenix Esports is close in that... Oh, no, they can't. So we'll pick a couple matches for you guys into going. And guys, I want you guys all to do me a favor. Make sure that you check out our Halloween Bash tournament this weekend. We're hosting it because we had to reschedule PML 10 due to we're being told that the replay system wasn't going to be up. I want you guys to do exclamation point casters and give this guy right to my right, Agent Deli, a follow. He's a fun caster. He's a complete sellout at times, as he was saying, but it's awesome because it's part of him. The next PML, we'll be announcing it tomorrow, most likely. Will be in 2 to 3 weeks. We're announcing it tomorrow. PML 10. We'll be raising money for breast cancer awareness. Give me the link. We'll be raising money for breast cancer. We're going to try to save the titas. So we got to save them, breast cancer awareness. So make sure you jump on that. Make sure you follow, and make sure you guys go to PWRgaming.com for all the updated information. We have our pick band rates up there. We have the blog going. Everything's there. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to our sponsors, Sneaky, Paragon, for doing all the overlays and all the artwork for Power Gaming. Gaming by Sage for all the continued support. Redman064 for the $300 donation to Paragon Fight Night. Scuba Lib for the $100 donation, and everyone else who has donated to help build this up. Guys, and one other big announcement, I'm going to put it on. Season 2 for Paragon Fight Night is a go. We're going to do it. We're going to be splitting up the divisions a little more. You're going to see a lot more competitive games coming forward. That's all I'm going to give you. I'm going to tease you from now. We do have a second casting team, so we're going to be casting more matches. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And there's a lot going on. But thank you guys so much. We will see you guys shortly. We're going to be sending hosts over to Phantom. You guys have yourself a very, very safe and wonderful Halloween. Have a very safe and wonderful holiday. I don't know if Halloween's a holiday for people. I meant to say weekend.
It's a national holiday. Let's just be honest with ourselves.
Okay, it's a national holiday. We will see you guys soon. Good night, and God bless everyone.
As I fell to the ocean floor, fading light through an open door, I saw myself rise with the water.